Thank you for taking the time for this SEO orientation video. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ron Holt, an innovator, developer, digital marketing specialist, and I've been providing technology tools and consulting for business owners and entrepreneurs for well over 15 years. For many years, I worked for a company called Melaleuca, or rather I should say, I provided marketing tools and services for that company. And they're a multi-million-dollar business. In fact, last year they did $1.7 billion in revenue. And for 15 years, I provided marketing tools and services, webcasting systems for their account executives, and that's in the tens of thousands of people. So anytime somebody would come on board and started working with the company, they were then directed to us to provide the marketing tools and services to help them build their business and revenue. And last year, about this time, I sold part of the business. I wanted to focus what you're now looking at. And so this is very, very exciting. What we've been doing for the last year is preparing what you're seeing now, the infrastructure, the sales collateral, the videos, the training portal, and the e-commerce engine, everything, building this out. It's taken quite some time creating and building our licensing agreements, and so we have all that in place. What we're doing now is we're simply looking for a sales force of people, bringing them in. And that's what this orientation is about, bringing you into the flow of what we're doing and seeing if this is of interest to you. And so I'm really thrilled to be sharing this with you. Now, what we're going to cover in this video is 6 things. First, I want to give you a quick overview of our SEO, and then also what we're looking for in a salesperson, some expectations and quotas, the power of commission only. That's very important that you embrace that. And then some common sales questions or objections that you'll find in this business. And then finally, show me the money, because I'm sure you want to find out how much money you can make with this. So let's just begin first by taking a look at the world's most powerful SEO solution. It's trusted by over 46,000 websites worldwide, and then you can see how many relevant links we're managing on a daily basis, over 45 million and growing. Now, this is no hype. We're offering a legitimate SEO solution without all the hype and empty or misleading promises that so many companies make. See, there's no need to exaggerate what our service can do. Over the past 13 years, we've developed a one-of-a-kind multi-million-dollar SEO platform unlike any other in existence today. We have a proven and tested track record with over 40,000 users and growing, over 34,000 number one rankings for our clients, and over 160,000 top ranking results. And these numbers continue to climb. In fact, what we're doing is we are onboarding. There's about 200 to 300 new signups for this platform every single month, 200 to 300, and those numbers are growing exponentially. This is very, very exciting. Now, we take all the guesswork out of buying SEO services and provide businesses with a state-of-the-art platform that gets results quickly and is cost-effective. Now, what's amazing about this is over the past 13 years, the makers of this technology have not had any sales team in place. No sales team, no marketing arm. And it's grown pretty much word of mouth. And we are now the sales arm of this amazing product. So I'm convinced that our product is great, but that leads us to a very important component. With every great product, you need a great sales team. So what are we looking for in a salesperson? What are some of the soft skills or qualities we're looking for in that salesperson? Well, I'd like to take a look at just a few things, and I think this will be very beneficial for you. Let's take a look here. First off is we ask the question, what do we require in education or training? You may not have a college degree or specialized training. What we're looking for is people who love growing, those who have a growth mindset. You know, it's amazing to me how many are spending tens of thousands of dollars getting a degree and graduate from college and are having trouble getting a job. They can't get this well-paying job even though they have the degree for it. So our solution lowers the bar and gives anyone the opportunity to succeed no matter the education. Now, even though we're making it easy to enter the playing field, you need to know that we're still looking for champions. Champions who love learning and will commit themselves to improving their game. And as long as you're committed to that, then you'll find a great home with us to grow your business. What about ability and experience? Do we need salespeople who have innate sales skills, or can they make it by on intuition and a willingness to learn the ropes over time? And how important is it that new sales representatives have lots of experience using our products or service? How about knowledge of the ins and outs of our product, the features, the benefits, unique selling points? Well, the beauty of our system is we give you all the support, tools, training, sales scripts, how-tos, and learning resources without you needing a lot of ability or experience. If you're willing, we can make you look good. And with our system and sales tools, we can make you look like a professional. All we're asking and all we're saying is just put your hat and mustache on and get out there and start talking to people. You don't have to spend days, weeks, or months building your skills. Just get out there and start building your business, and we'll help you along the way. What about charisma and approach? What does a successful salesperson look like within the business? Do they possess strong interpersonal skills, or is that less important? Do we need our salespeople to be strong extroverts and natural salespeople? In this business, it requires a willingness to stretch out your wings and learn to fly. Every conversation is a learning point, so don't be afraid. The main question we're always asking our salespeople is, are you applying yourself? Are you jumping? Are you stretching yourself? Are you taking the risk? And then along with that is passion. Do you have passion? Basically, it's passion that compels you to jump. Now, you may be scared spitless at times, but you jump anyway, right? And then what drives your passion is a true compassion for those in business who are struggling to be heard in such a distracted marketplace. You see, we're doing more than selling. We're offering a solution that each business is already looking for. We really do care about the business. So by showing up on that business doorstep, we're saying, hey, businessman or businesswoman, your business is stuck on this country road that has 4 to 5 cars passing by every day. And we can build you a highway right in front of your business that gets 4,000 to 5,000 cars passing by each day. Now, would that make a difference in your business? Would that give you more customers to offer your products to that you've invested so much of your dreams and hard-earned money into? See, our solution is giving businesses the ability to be seen and responded to. You see, it's your passion combined with your compassion that will give you the charisma to be taken seriously. What drives and motivates your most successful commission-only sales reps? Is it financial incentives like bonuses, quotas, monthly checkups, and yearly promotions, or is it more personal, like desire to succeed, enjoyment of the sales process, and loving the competitive environment? I believe it really boils down to one word, and what we're offering you is freedom. Freedom. What does freedom look like to you? Is it freedom of time, choices, freedom of options for your day? You want to take a week off? Take a month off? That's fine. You look at the picture here, you see a father with his son. You can take a Tuesday afternoon and go skating with your son or daughter. And you can go to the lake and just plant yourself down on the boardwalk and just pull up your computer, take a look at a few stats, and then enjoy the rest of the day. See, it's freedom. You have freedom to dress like you want, work when you want, and where you want, and do what you want. Freedom. Let's talk about expectations and quotas for a moment. See, if you're going to be successful, you'll need to work hard, especially at first. And we're not going to soft pedal this at all. It's your business, and you have to control every aspect of that business to be successful. It requires the investment of time and effort on your part. And there's no getting around it. There's no shortcuts for this. So how do we measure the success of a new salesperson? Is it by the sales they bring in? Well, that's not really the whole picture, really. So we measure it more by the number of appointments you're making and by how many videos are being viewed. Now, if you get them in front of enough people, it's going to sell itself. So the question is, are you getting in front of people? Are you talking to them? Now, I don't know if you've remembered or know of the Dallas Cowboys, but back when Tom Landry was the coach, and he was a great coach, I remember in one interview he said that he teaches his guys that they don't play for touchdowns, they play for 1 yard at a time. See, because the reality is if you can get the yardage, then you'll get the touchdowns. Just get yourself down the field 1 yard at a time and you're going to reach your goal. Look at these numbers. Out of 100 calls, now this is industry standard right now, out of 100 calls, you should get 3 appointments. And out of 10 appointments, you should get a sale. Roughly, that's 500 calls. Let's take a look at the financial rewards for this kind of effort. If you get 1 sale, that's $1,908 a year. If you get 10 sales, that's $19,080 a year. And if over the period of a year you got 100 sales, just onboarded 100 companies, you would be making $190,000, over $190,000 a year. So I have the question here is how many calls are you willing to make to earn over $190,000 a year? What we're looking for in 1 month is this. You should be calling 100 to 150 people a week and making appointments, and you should be getting sales every month. If you just go for 1 yard at a time, 1 call at a time, and you do it consistently and enough, you're going to make those appointments, and then eventually those appointments are going to turn into sales. It's really that simple. Now I love this. This brings me to the power of commission only. I love commission only. I've been on commission only for over 15 years and wouldn't want it any other way. Now let's take a look at a few reasons why commission only is the better choice than salary or getting paid hourly. To begin with, it's hard to earn more month after month than a salary job that does employee reviews biannually. So good luck with this year's holiday bonus, right? Let me give you an example. My daughter just got a whopping 45-cent raise after working 6 months in Trader Joe's. Now, she's been working there for 2 years, and now she's making almost $12 an hour. Can you believe that? After 6 months, 45-cent raise. And what I love the most about working in commission-only sales is the ability to hustle up what you want. So say, for example, I want to buy a new car this month. What I can do is clearly count how many sales I need to make in order to buy that car. So if you stick to the plan and make the sales, then you get the car. Let me give you an example. Years ago, I was the marketing advertising director for a small town newspaper in Glendora. Now that town was established back in the 1800s, the old western town. And back in 1860, they had a newspaper called the Glendora Signal. There's this gentleman, Bud Moyer, who wanted to resurrect the old town newspaper in the town of Glendora, and he called it the Glendora Signal. So my job was to go into businesses and get them to advertise in a newspaper that was not in existence yet. So we were just developing it. So I would go from business to business, and in fact, in just 3 months' time, we had over 500 business accounts, people advertising in this small town newspaper that wasn't even in existence yet. That was a lot of fun. But I remember during that whole process, one time I had some real major car problems. In fact, so bad that I was without a car. I walked into the office one day. I was a bit discouraged, and Bud said, "Hey, what's wrong?" I said, "Well, there's a friend I know that he has a car that he'll sell me, but I don't have the money for it." So he said, "Ron, come on, let's go." So I got into his car and we went from business after business. We went into one business and we talked to them and closed the sale. We went to another business, talked to them, closed the sale. We went to another business, talked to them, closed the sale. I'm talking 5, 6, 7 businesses, and we closed the sale. At the end of the day, Bud looked at me and said, "See, Ron, with your bonuses, with your commission, you just earned enough to buy your car." And that's exactly what I did. I went out there, took the money, and I went and bought the car. I love it. I had the ability to hustle up what I wanted. It really does work. And the next one is I don't have to save up for it. I can earn up to it. When you're on commission and you're selling something you love, the sky really is the limit. How about this? They don't own you. You see, when you have a company paying you a salary, an hourly wage, they own you. They can tell you what time to be in the office or when to take a break. They tell you when you can take time off, and they tell you how long you can take a vacation. But when you're in sales like this, it's your hours, your time, your money. You make it happen the way you want. Here's a good example. Bill Gates. Think about this. The guys who are the richest in the entire world all got there from commission-only sales. Here's Gates selling Microsoft, or Warren Buffett selling companies, or Steve Jobs selling Apple. They got to where they are by selling. If Gates had gone to work for Xerox as a salary employee instead of starting and selling Microsoft, we probably wouldn't be watching or reading this PowerPoint right now. The reason why we're talking about the power of commission only is this. You need to be convinced that commission only is the better choice for your life in this business. If you're not convinced of that, then you'll need to look into something else, because that idea or the desire for a salaried or hourly position will eat away at your resolve and confidence. It really is a better choice for your own freedom. Well, let's look at some common objections you'll get in this business. It's expensive, and we say, compared to what? See, our solution is cheaper because of the revenue we produce. And you may come across somebody that says, well, I can get it for $200. But that $200 guy cannot produce what we can produce. See, the real comparison to look at is results. And a good example of that is the demonstration video. Remember where the chiropractor, she went from 10 keyword phrases to 40? Why? Because of results. So we're not into pricing comparisons because it's a waste of logic. It really is. We have to ask the question, what's the average order value? What's your real customer cost? If an order value or customer is worth $1,500 or even $3,000 in a year for you, then is it worth spending $1,000? Do the math, right? And here's a painful one, burned by previous SEO. And our answer would be, that's why our solution is so attractive, because we provide complete transparency and month-to-month commitment. People out there are charged a lot of more money than we charge, and then they are locked into these long-term contracts, some even 2 years I've heard of. Just recently, somebody said they've been locked into this contract for 2 years, they're paying monthly, and after 9 months, 12 months, they're seeing zero results. And so when you come in the door, they've been burned. And what you can do is you say, we have a real solution that's totally transparent. It gives the customer a dashboard, and they can look at their keyword results in live time and look at it as often as they like. And they get weekly and monthly reports on top of that. Why? Because our results work. And so even if they've been burned, people are willing to try something that gets results as long as we can prove it. And so we have a month-by-month commitment, and so we say, let us prove it out, and you're going to see that it really works. And then, of course, we have our demonstration where it actually shows live results, and they can see you can't argue with success, right? So that really does help. The next one is no budget. How about this? And we would ask the question, well, what would it do for your budget if we could get you more customers and sales, increasing your revenue? So once again, would you be willing to spend $1,000 and get $3,000 in return? Do the math. I'll do that all day long, right? Here's one. My cousin is doing it for me, or my sister is doing it for me, or my sons or daughters, or some family member. We've heard that. And the answer is, how's that working out for you? Because I'm calling you because you're not on page 1 of Google. That's why I'm calling you. So how is all that work and this family member or this lower priced solution working out for you? And then SEO doesn't work. Well, look at our demo and tell us if it didn't work for them. See, we give you live results with a weekly report and give each customer their own dashboard, like I said, where they can view their keyword phrases live and see how they're performing. It's totally transparent. You really can't argue with success. So all you need to do is tell the success stories of our system and not exaggerating at all. It's like I said, it's not hype. Right now we're selling 200 to 300 every month, and those numbers are going up very rapidly. Why? Because success sells. This SEO platform sells because it's getting results. And here's the last one. Don't like long contracts. Once again, it's month by month. We don't lock you into a long-term commitment, and that's how much we believe our service will help you. So let's take a look at the money right now. And this chart, it shows 1 month to 12, and then this year 2 up to 24 months. Now, what we're doing is we're basing this on the price at this time $795 for the SEO solution for 10 keyword phrases. We offer more if somebody wants to jump up to 20 to 30 to 40 and so on. There's pricing there. But what we're doing right here is just going with the $795 as if you had 5 sales. That's a very conservative number, right? 5 sales per month. 5, then the next month you do 5, the next month you do 5, and at the end of the year, if you just get 5 sales per month, right, you would have onboarded 60 companies. Look at the numbers here. If you just onboard 5 companies, now there's a bonus, by the way. There's a $300 setup fee, and you're getting a percentage on that setup fee as well. And let me just mention one more thing. Beside these numbers here, let me mention this, that we have other solutions as well. We upgrade when we're onboarding a customer. We can upgrade them to our MyPower Social solution. We don't want you worrying about that right now. This is just SEO, okay? But when we upgrade them to any of our other services, like our social solution, then you get commission on that as well. Equally, the same commission that you get on this, you're going to get on that. And so it will just increase your monthly earnings. It'll increase your revenue. And you're going to see that automatically. Even if you haven't been a part of that conversation, you're going to get the reward of our conversation with them. So right here is month 1, 5 sales, you got $1,095. Month 2, you begin that month with $1,095, and then your new sale, $1,095, is $2,200. And then the next month after that, you have monthly recurring at $1,590, and then $1,095 and $2,700. Okay, now the reason why you see the difference between 2,200 and 15, 27, and 23 here as an example is because we're figuring on these new sales, there's the bonus. Remember I told you there's a setup fee, you're getting a commission on the bonus, and so, or on the setup fee, and that's a bonus for you. And that's why you have this income right here, total income for that month, 2,700. And then month 4, it goes to recurring. That's the monthly recurring without the bonus, 23. And then you have your new sale, and that's 35. You're going in with a recurring at 31, then the new sales and at 43, and so on. So look over here, all the way over here. By month 12, if you stopped at month 12 and you onboard 60 companies, then that's not difficult to do. You're getting appointments, you're making the yardage, you're getting down the field, you're going to get touchdowns, you're going to get sales, right? Just 5 sales a month. And if you have 60 by the end of the year, if you stop there, just stop there, you would be making a monthly income of $9,540. Now, for that first year, if you just did 5 a month, you would have earned $66,295. But at this point, you're sitting at $9,500 a month times 12. Look at that. If you stop there, you'd be making $114,480 for that year, even after that. So if you continue on and you just continue to make 5, 5, 5, 5, by the end of year 2, you would have earned $181,000. And then if you stop there, go on a vacation, take some time off, and come back to work some more, even at that point, you're at $19,000 per month revenue times 12. You're making over $250,000 every single year. I think at this time, if you're still interested, there's just one thing you need to do. Just email me at ron@marketingprosolutions.com, and then we'll schedule a one-on-one interview with myself or Carl, and we'll do an interview with you, and we just want to connect with you personally, give you the chance to answer any questions you may have. Just reach out to me as quick as possible. We're onboarding a lot of people. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.